Okay. Ooh, testing. Audio on. Great. Finally made it. And now to open all the stuff. We'll have to see if someone arrives while I'm doing this. But opening everything. I guess we'll start with 4chan. And then I guess I'll go to Discord. And Sar, you're the first one here. Hello, Sar. Excellent. How are you doing, Sar? Now let's see. Spoil. Animamus. Hola, amigo. Animamus, you weren't here yesterday, hey? Yo, Animamus, so how do you ultimately feel about Digimon? You know, I felt like this season of Digimon was just so, it was just so casual, you know? Oh, Mystic. Hello, Mystic. Yeah, been a while. And hey, White Despair. But yeah, Animamus, it's just, like, this season of Digimon ultimately, it started off so strong, but it was so cash at the end of the day. Hey, Ty. I'm just opening up everything right now. I'm just going on Discord right now. Gonna check it. Oh God, went on the wrong one. Oh, let's see. Okay, 326 League. Speaking of this Digimon, did it really flesh out the characters of the world well? Yeah, I know. It's like it's really shallow. I mean, even compared to the first one, it's just super shallow. I haven't seen the final episode just yet, Vance. Speaking of, let's see. How am I feeling? I did not cough that much today, so I'm actually feeling much, much better. Oh, Digimon Ghost Game? Yeah, man. Hey, Joshua Bell. Been a while. And yeah, Vance, I haven't watched the final episode just yet. I'm watching it tomorrow. Speaking of Digimon, I got that. And John's here. Hey, Kayla. Sorry, I'm just looking through the 4chan spoilers, and there are 4chan spoilers. So let me just very quickly look here. Like, the 4chan spoilers must be fake because they look kind of dumb. But yeah, I'll read. What do you think of going to show? Oh, Nintendo Direct. Yeah, give me some seconds, Chris. I saw that we're having a Nintendo Direct. I think Pokemon's gonna pop up. But otherwise, is the Tokyo Game Show Direct? I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't know. Maybe Room Factory. I'm going in with such little expectations that oh, Zelda. That's probably it. That's probably what I'm thinking. All right, so currently, and thanks, White Despair. What we got for these 4chan spoilers is, and let me know if Atsushi says anything. So here are the 4chan spoilers. The stain note said All for One will attack the school in 5 months. There's a student with the teleportation quirk that works for him. It's possible the traitor was hiding his true quirk by using one that All for One gave him, so Nezu and the teachers decide to start class back up early and set a trap. That's stupid. 13 is teaching class 2A and Snipes is teaching 2B. 6 students were swapped from each class. Mineta, Koda, Mina, Kirishima, Seiro, and Sato going to 2B. Ibara, Mudman, Kinoko, Shihai, Monoma, and Setsuna to 2A. Deku is excluded for both classes and replaced with Shinzo. After the teachers meeting, we go to 13's room where she's looking at files of her students. Chapter ends with the reveal that it's Toga. Best anime this season for you? Joshua, I actually don't know. Maybe Realist. Anyway, these spoilers are pretty stupid. I feel like they're even kind of memeing on it. When they say that the reveal it's Toga, I feel like that's, you know, I don't think that's great. When you look at the substitutions in the class as well, I think the biggest thing here that might say this is fake is the 2A, 2B substitution. Because what they pretty much did is like they sent all the best people to 2A, and it's like, why would you switch Setsuna and Mudman, the scholarship students, to 2A, and why would you even throw it off kilter, right? There's no reason to have four scholarship students in one class and none in the other, especially not after joint training. There's no reason to do that. That's actually probably the stupidest thing there, and that ultimately that plays more into people's desires more than it does any common sense. Because Horikoshi doesn't play like these edgy games of, oh, all the strongest people have to be in one spot. That's pretty stupid. I mean, if the author was to ever do that, I will criticize it because that's just incredibly stupid. Why would you... If there was ever a way to make kids feel inferior, aside from demoting them from hero class, it's to flat out say that you removed all the scholarship students from one class. Stain note saying All for One will attack the school in 5 months. That's pretty lame. Possible the traitor was hiding. I thought that part was interesting, but then they ruined it by saying, oh, they're going to start classes early. It's like, why would you start classes during an actual disaster? That is some of the most stupidest thing I've ever actually heard. Yeah, no, I like the spoiler for the sake of, like, let's see what people think, but, you know, not the most solid thing in the world. Hey, Jason. But you gotta appreciate 4chan spoilers. They really keep you in the... They keep you fresh. They keep your mind strong. White Chan says... Oh, it's not White Chan. Sorry, I saw 4chan there, White Despair. Good old 4chan spoilers. What absurd things are they claiming this time? Are we going back to Endeavor being a literal Nazi, or back when Kirishima passed one for all users from the original universe? I guess so. Also, Star Wars Vision came out. They are like short 50 minutes episodes. I saw the first three. First one was good, second was bad, and third one was Trigger. Enough said. You like the first one. Oh, well, I'm more interested in what was bad about the second one, Ty. What was bad about it? Wow, what was the person smoking, and where can I get some? I'll let you know what are the good episodes. Thanks, Ty. So, Jason. Yeah, I said hi to you. And hey, Viz. Hopefully no issues tonight. Okay, yeah, hopefully you'll be able to stay. Do you think we get some news about Bayonetta 3 in tomorrow's Direct? Because it's been 5 years since it was announced, and it needs some information. I'm not sure, actually. I feel like Bayonetta might be something that we are gonna see, like, maybe next year in terms of announcement. I just don't know. Platinum is kind of busy, aren't they, Chris? Yeah, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. If spoilers get out, do tell me. I'm going to be watching and reading other things. Oh, okay, yeah, sure, Mega. Do you mean, like, do you want me to tell you on Discord? It's like they're not even trying with these fake spoilers. I've been in school, so... Oh, okay, Joshua. Oh, Joshua, that's great. That's great. As long as you're happy and healthy, Joshua. One of the dumbest spoilers I've ever heard. Do you think the new Deku 100 stealth suit is a fan suit? Probably. I've never heard of that. I'm hoping the emotional stuff is finally out of the way and we can move the plot along. I hope so, too. I hope we get... Like, honestly, if we get a chapter of people just talking the entire time... And we only have, if we get an entire chapter of people just talking, and just talking about, you know, what they're going to do next, I would actually be quite happy. Like, I want to see some plans being made. Heck, if we see Izuku and the team out and about helping people, then coming back to UA after, like, a few days, and just do, like, a quick time skip of that, a quick montage, I'd be quite happy with that as well. Heck, man, you can even do a full-on time skip if you want. Do a 1-week time skip. I'd be pretty happy with that. Now, like, the worst thing that could happen is that we get a follow-up to All Might coming in and apologizing to everyone. I mean, like, it'd be good for the story, but in terms of week-to-week in anticipation, it might not be the best thing. Yo, White Despair, yes. I'm glad that you're pointing that out. Moonlit Fantasy confirmed for Season 2. Oh, that's nice. Great. The green and black Deku suit from the new seasons. Oh. Oh, you mean the movie suit. Yeah, that's just going to probably stay in the movie. That's not really... That's not a big deal there, Josh. So in V-Jump interview with Ghost Games director in pre-production, they wanted it to be episodic with a taste of horror. The Digimon used will be based on how scary they are, and the episode is scarier the higher the Digimon level is. Also mentioned some Digimon just can't be scary no matter how much they try. Interesting. Oh, okay, so Jason said, no problem with conversations as long as it feels like the plot is moving forward. Only All Might follow-up I want to see is him going off solo to die, otherwise back to plot. Fair enough, man. Apparently the villain wants to create a world with... Oh yeah, no, random. I read that today. I read 100 Years. So that was really interesting. I found that whole dynamic interesting. Like, I was kind of off of 100 Years, but then I saw like that whole thing with Selena. It's just like, all right, this is pretty neat. You know, pretty cool. Also, guys, I've decided I need Kokomi because I need to see how stupid she is. I need to own her, and I need to know how stupid she is. Because Kara was telling me about her voice lines, and her voice lines are like not that, they're not that smart. And I need to have this absolute mess. So that's what we're going to be working on at some point. I got to figure out where to get, more Primo Gems from. That's the unfortunate thing. We'll figure it out. The second one, story felt over. It's about a young Jedi that escaped Order 66 and joins the band, and that's it. Boba Fett shows up for the bounty, but it feels like a waste of time. Okay. Well, that's too bad. Where are you? There you are.
Ad Astra.
We're going to need a lot. Oh, she can walk on water. Oh, that's great. I know about that. I knew about that from the leaks. That's cool though, I guess. Right now we need to get more Primos. Now, how much do we have? We have 209, which is really just enough for one. Now I'm pretty sure that we're significantly along in terms of the pity. So maybe we can get lucky and not have to do a full 10 pull to get the 5-star here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. God, so much Beto. 42, 48, 54, 60, 66. Ah, there it is. Okay, so we're pretty deep actually. Yeah, we're like 66 in. Yeah, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. I feel like we could probably get her in the next little bit here. Just gotta figure out what I'm comfortable with. Like she's within range here. Anyway, how to get more Primos, a credit card. No, Sarge, not after this. We're not spending money on Kokomi of all people, man. Not her. Not today. Nothing on My Hero Academia. Okay. The All My Apology can wait till next chapter. Kayla said, I want to see Deku interact with his class, even if it's for a couple of panels before moving to Paulon. It's not worth it, man. It's not. Sarge, you're being great. They did a slight rework on Ganyu's lines in Genshin. Oh, cool. Let's see. I just watched the movie Data Bullet today, and it was really good. Oh, okay. Data Bullet. Okay. I don't know if she's worth my pity. Well, Miguel, probably not. Essentially, Digimon will be fashioned like yokai, the conflict of Digimon's way of life being unable to coexist with humans. Oh, okay. Well, you know, I wonder if they're going to be able to pull it off. Getting Kokomi now could be smart since she's probably going to be super buffed because of the backlash from lack of sales. From what I've seen, she's the lowest banner yet. I saw that. I think she did 3 times lower than Ketchings. That's what it looks like from China's data. So that's pretty interesting. I'm glad, because like I'm pretty sure this was MiHoYo trying to figure out how much they could get away with, and I think they just got screwed over. I'm still laughing at the 4chan spoilers. Yeah, White Despair, like they were pretty bold. The 3rd episode Trigger was just classic Trigger, throwing too many things on the screen to look cool, but makes no sense at points. Excellent. Is it me or I mean, like Ty, we knew that was coming. Is it me or are some of the head of certain things throughout the world in Genshin really young? Oh yeah, super young. Playing Pokemon Unite on mobile today, pretty fun so far. I like using Cramorant so far. Oh, Anime is excellent. Michiko Tensei going to be my favorite series when it's over. Probably Death Threat. I mean, like Tensei is already over. I mean, if you want, you can go read it, but it's done. Trip, what would your strategy for GoFundMe if you were doing one? I made one to raise money to buy a place. And yeah, Miguel, I think I heard about the reincarnated as a sword adaptation. What would my strategy for GoFundMe be if I was doing one? I made one to raise money to buy a place. Well, I don't know, Vance. It's just because I'm not very good at raising money. Like I don't like doing it. When I tried doing a Kickstarter, my first one that I tried wasn't the most successful. So honestly, like my strategies aren't good for like I don't got any good advice here, Vance. Not anything that I would do personally because I just feel uncomfortable with it. I don't know, like I don't know GoFundMe well enough other than to make some kind of plea for it. But yeah, man, Vance, I that is definitely an area that I do not have any idea. Are you going to review season 2 when it comes out? I think so, Joshua, maybe. Recently, Joshua, I've just had less time, so I'm not too sure. Hopefully I'll be able to do like at the end of the season. Like I haven't been able to do anime reviews very consistently anymore just because of how busy things are. But I'm going to be watching it. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Does anyone have ideas? And yes, second season of 86 is coming. But does anyone have any ideas about how to succeed at GoFundMe? Any thoughts, everyone? Like, it's not really... Like, yeah, it's not my wheelhouse. Like, on Kickstarter, it's kind of different. Because on Kickstarter, you're giving people something in return. But, yeah. I'm excited for 86. 86 is going to be fun. Alright, let's try. Kokomi, here we go. Please. Just, you know, we might not get her. And if we don't get her, that'll be quite alright. Because we'll get pity for someone else. So, at the end of the day, I think we're in a good situation here. It's what I tell myself to, like, to justify very irresponsible stuff. Let's see. Do we have last minute theories before spoilers come out? Joshua, for the light novel volumes, that's just gonna take a pause for a while until I have more time. Like, I haven't been able to do any of the light novel volume reviews since I've lost a lot of time just having to do other things in life. The One Piece spoilers look okay. Yeah, Chris. For the One Piece spoilers, I was looking at them today. I've only seen, like, that first little bit on Manga Helpers. Let me go check if Manga Help is updated. But, like, it looks like another kind of transition chapter. I mean, so far it's good that they, you know, they finished up that one fight with the animals. Let's see. Kaido back to hybrid form. Oh, off screening. Okay, that's great. Orochi is still, well, that's to be expected. Okay, yeah. Whatever. Like, yeah. Now they're pretty much wrapping up the fights. I think we're gonna see Zoro and Sanji's fights next time. That has to be what we're gonna be seeing. Irumakul next chapter has some returning faces. Oh, that's nice. Okay. We are in pretty deep here. We're gonna be at 72 by the time we're done here. Oh, nice, Viz. I'm jealous. Crap, man. I'm really jealous. But let's see. Oh, a purple. Hopefully it's not Beidou. Please don't be Beidou. Okay. It's not Beidou, so I'm happy. Well, now I feel like I need to. I don't have a problem. Now I've gone too far. Now I can't turn back. This is why you have to be very careful gambling, guys. This is sunk cost. This is sunk cost happening in real time. Anyway, in terms of ideas for the next chapter, really, like, all I really think is that we're gonna get a positive chapter. That's all I'm really thinking. Now, mind you, if Horikoshi wants to screw that up, then all the power to him. But that's what I'm feeling. I really feel positivity. I don't know, man. This is tough. I'm just going down. It gets worse and worse. But otherwise, yeah, man. Maybe Aoyama. You know what? That'd be cool if Aoyama gets a moment. I'm trying to think, like, what else do we have in terms of plot flags that we know about? Not really a lot. The only thing we really know is that I feel confident that second user needs to get a flashback. What's going to cause second user to get a flash? I don't think we're going to see that right now. I think that's still a ways away. Yeah, man. White Despair, I just saw what you wrote, and that's very depressing, man. Trip, are you willing? No, I'm not. And Joshua, no, there's no Yuri in this game. Let's see. So, I saw that Viz was getting lucky. Week skip, and we learn how Deku has beaten, like, maybe Moonfish, for example. Oh, yeah, Moonfish, right. I forgot about that guy. The first episode was cool. It was called Ronin. It was about a warrior who's hunting Sith and kills them and collects their red lightsaber crystals. He says he isn't a Jedi, but wields a red lightsaber. Oh, okay. Neat. Yo, Chief, I've been watching Bleach on and off for the past few months, and I was wondering what the general thoughts of the Hueco Mundo arc is. Ah, the Hueco Mundo. So, Hueco Mundo. Hueco Mundo is... In the anime, it drags a little bit, but Hueco Mundo was pretty cool. You get some pretty cool moments from it. It's just like with the anime, there's a thing that happens in Bleach where they stopped the main story to do filler arcs because of the way that it caught up to the manga. So, you know, you strip away that kind of stuff, and I think Hueco Mundo's alright. Like, people are still pretty happy with Hueco Mundo. I mean, there is arc fatigue that happens with Bleach because the Bleach arcs are just so long. But Hueco Mundo was alright. What were the standout fights of Hueco Mundo? Actually, like, Ichigo's fights were all pretty standout for Hueco Mundo. Who else had really cool stuff? Kenpachi had really cool stuff, and Mayuri. But pretty much it's Mayuri, Kenpachi, and Ichigo. They always have cool stuff when it comes to their fights, because, like, for whatever reason, Kubo becomes a genius when he's working on those fights. When I say genius, I mean like a genius in terms of knowing how to make things exciting. Ah, you know what? Caution to the wind. We'll throw caution to the wind. Let's just see if we can. We'll just go all the way. Do. Let's see. I get a Goblin Slayer vibe from this guy who hunts Sith. It's cool knowing that you don't need to be a Jedi to kill Sith. I mean, I didn't think you need to be a Jedi to do that. You know, personally, I think it'll be a straightforward chapter with very little occurring. Great. In Genshin, no, there's this community pushing their headcanons. It's Spanish. It's a popular arc. That's why it was extended way beyond what Kubo initially wanted. Ah, okay. So thank God for Jason having the extra trivia. Skelly says, "Hi, Trip," or "Howdy, Trip." Howdy, Skell. And gotcha, Terry. My prediction is Horikoshi looking at Deku and All Might. What kind of heartless person would destroy such a loving relationship? Oh, okay. Just dropping in to say hi. Oh, yeah, thank you, Terry. Some are sad that Slime didn't include Laplace going into tearing the church after hearing about Clayman's demise. Ah, but isn't that what's... I thought that's the beginning of the next volume. Like, that might just be the start of the next season. I'm slowly preparing myself for a Ganyu rerun. I got lucky a month ago on Standard and got her best bow, Ammo's bow, and putting my best Wanderer's Troop artifacts on Amber and I don't use her. Oh, okay. And gotcha, Joshua. I still hate that moment where Orihime was crying at Ichigo to not die, and he magically can compete with Grimmjow right after that moment. It always feels so dumb. Good old shonen power-ups. People are saying that because it's going to be an end-of-volume chapter, it's going to be hype, but I don't think so. I'm expecting something simple and more lighthearted. Oh yeah, if it's an end of volume chapter, I'm really imagining this thing to be a note of hope. I feel like it's gonna end off on a really hopeful note. That just makes the most sense to me. Wow, this must be a depressing volume. And yeah, Jason, we talked about it yesterday. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't think Ty's a fan either. I just think it could have been done better. And like for me, it was too much Uncanny Valley. I didn't like the shading on it. Okay, you know, I started strong. Better hope that there's no Lisa next month. Hmm. Well, this is mildly annoying. Now I'm a little bit miffed. Okay. Alright, now there's like now I have to legitimately go and put in effort to find more Primo gems. Okay, imagine Deku and All Might never make up. Would make one of the most tragic things in My Hero Academia to me. Oh, but you know it would never happen. Okay, so but it's time to start playing the game. I do so much to avoid actually playing the game too. Well, at least now you can say for Ganyu. That's true, Sarge. Like, I don't have Ganyu. Oh, Joshua, yeah, you probably saw a lot of Yuri just because of the head cannons. Oh, Joshua got it. Thank you for informing, Random. There's going to be a virtual SAO X Chronicle event this year in Japan, and they're planning on a global version in 2022. Maybe it'll happen on the date SAO is released. Oh, might finally be able to attend X Chronicle since it's virtual now. Oh, okay. Technology is great. Yeah, it is. Ichigo was given Jim the Vegeta trait. He was. You should have played a fun game instead. Oh no, no, Skel. See, I can't play a fun game while talking to you guys. I need to play a kind of brain dead game because otherwise I won't be able to have conversations. And I say brain dead only because like I can afford to look away from the screen on Genshin unless I'm fishing, in which case I really can't. Oh wait, I get it. Let's see. You. Where's that other thing? Hmm. Let's see. Well, I'll just go do the mission first. Anyway, let me see. I'll laugh if we suddenly cut to the heroes raiding All For One's hideout, similar to what happened after the Gaunt fight. They got the info and stayed. Well, no reason to delay this. Well, that'd be interesting. I really enjoyed Rukia's fight against the test tube at Rancard, then it cuts to Urio's fight, and I'm not really into it. Okay, gotcha, Mark. The anime I've been watching might get a season 2 for next year. Duke of Dead and Black. Oh, okay. Is the story in Genshin Impact good? Well, best. It really depends on what segment you're looking at. Because like the writing, like the background lore is pretty good, I think, but I don't think the real-time story is very good. What about the Kenpachi fight when he stood no chance and he magically was able to compete? Yo, Sarge, that wasn't magical. That was just Kenpachi using 2 hands instead of 1. You remember the logic, Sarge. I know you remember that logic. The main story is good. It's just most of everything around it's meh to bad. Trip, your credit card is calling. Brah, no way, man. What's the most brain dead game you can play? I suggest a tower defense game, maybe. Oh, you mean like Arknights? Arknights would probably be like the one to go. But yeah, tower defense would probably be pretty brain dead. That would be easy because I could look away from it for a while. That's a good point. That's a good suggestion, Animamus. Unless it's tower defense in Genshin, in which case I can't really look away for that. Who is this random? It has question marks, so it must be a ghost. Okay. This is, I'm not gonna pronounce that. She rarely chats with people. About this carcass. Ah, there's a carcass around me. You know what? I thought that was part of the scenery. Did not notice. Ah, okay. This is her childhood friend. Well, this is a good friend. Okay. Friend was able to all right. That's not what she meant. That this thing is the childhood friend. Okay. Nakumi Island, Umi Bozo. Oh, those are those giant. Those are the giant creatures. Okay. Okay, is that right? Yeah. Wow, this is pretty interesting. I remember now why I don't really play this too much. Like, I need to be in a certain mindset to be able to play this. Okay. Well, that's okay. We'll just help them. Okay. We'll do our best. Okay, great. Let's go get Primos. That's all we're pretty much doing here. Oh, I think I can just get this sorted right now. Yeah, we got the thingamajigs. This is excellent. And there's no spoilers yet. Arknights is fun. You should play it. Oh, wait. So, Skelly, do you play Arknights? Skelly, do you know if you can play Arknights on the PC? Okay, now they're just asking me to do more things. Well, this is great. Okay, let's go deal with this. Man, I hope she's a ghost.
There is no escape. Nice and spicy.
I know how to break these. I'm just trying to remember how to do it. Oh, great. This is just a lot of puzzles everywhere. Okay. I am now just tired. Wow, that was a lot. Anyway, going back here. I'm coping with the anniversary reward stuff by hoping they are stupidly holding the actual rewards announcement despite all the current backlash from people thinking they don't have anything. Yeah, okay, till like 3 days before the actual anniversary date. Viz, I kind of want to do that too, because I feel like maybe there's something else, but maybe. The captains were stronger than they aspired. The problem came from the statement Hits made where he overhyped their capabilities. You have to remember Kenpachi's always holding himself back. Yeah, he is. Like, this is a very critical thing. I'm actually going to watch the next Boruto episode. I know that's shocking, but given where it's at and what happened in the manga, I kind of want to see the anime version of it. Fair enough, random. So he can enjoy his fights. The two-handed thing was a decent power-up and wasn't an actual ass-pull since you realize that Kenpachi was always fighting with one hand and two-handed swing would in fact be stronger. If you want to brain that game, DBZ Dokkan Battle is good. Oh, okay. So Skelly's an emulator. All right. Is it like an official emulator, or do I have to get like a like an Android environment emulator? What character death do you think has the biggest impact on the audience from animation? I'm curious on your answer, because there's only one correct one that is still legendary to this day. What character death do you think had the biggest impact on the audience from animation? Katanagatari's Katanagatari's deaths are the only ones that actually make me feel kind of ill. The one guy from Full Metal Alchemist, right? That's the one that people always like to go for. I'm already seeing that they have Smash. Did they show anything Smash related? Oh, that's great. Fire breaks them if they have electricity. Organizes tower defense with waifus and some has bandos. Mobile only could use an emulator. There are worse Aspel fights in Bleach. Quite a few happen in 1000-Year Blood War. Agreed. What's your first console's handheld? Mine was Game Boy Color as well. Oh, BlueStacks. Okay. The most normal Android emulator, yeah. I used to have BlueStacks. I'm not sure if my computer can run BlueStacks safely. I'll look into it though, Skell. See if I can run that. Because I am interested in playing Arknights. Oh, Season 6 is in production now. Time to be utterly disappointed. Ah, yeah, I am. I am already. Let's all place our bets. Do we find out the specific contents of Stain's info he gave All Might in this chapter or in a future chapter? Place your bets. Going once, going twice. I want to say yes, but now I'm scared that we get a nothing chapter of just All Might apologizing. I want to say yes. I want to believe. I want to believe in Horikoshi. I'm going to say yes. I wonder if we get any hints on who the traitor is before attack on Yue. Will there be build up on the traitor before the big moment of the attack, or will we see who the traitor is when the attack happens? I think there'll be a little bit of build up. I think it'll be like, if I was doing it, I would time it so that as people are talking about the traitor acts, kind of thing. You know, it's pretty cliche, but I think that could work. Do you enjoy anime like you do before, or will you just read the manga instead because it's fast? Wow, that's a really good question, and that's actually one I would really answer. Yeah, best. I don't enjoy anime like I do before. I just read the manga if I can, because it's faster than the anime. That's exactly it. Like, I like watching the anime when there's adaptation stuff to talk about. I like talking about the differences in the adaptation and like maybe some choices. Because I think, like, again, I think it's more interesting to talk about why someone thought it was okay to change a particular thing. So that's what I kind of got there. Let's see. DL Player or Nox are also good options. Got you, Miguel. Nox is the better emulator, though. I think I might have had Nox at one point, but I don't think I was able to run it. I'll have to try again. I noticed in the combatants will be this past manga chapter, Six and Grim seem to be getting closer and closer. They even made quite the promise with each other. Oh, that's cute. Oh, let me check 4chan. Let's see what 4chan has for us. Like, that first 4chan spoiler was pretty hilarious. Because we are taking a little bit longer here. Ah, excellent. There are no 4chan spoilers. We only have that one terrible spoiler from the beginning. And that one's probably not it. Sarge, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sucks. Like, I mean, great that you're watching or reading more manga, but at the same time, that still sucks. I hope you have a better go. Oh, let's see. The table of contents is out as well for Shonen Jump. And for Shonen Jump table of contents, Red Hood is at the bottom of the magazine. That's it. Done. Red Hood's dead. Red Hood's going to... Yeah, Red Hood's going to be cancelled. Probably, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Maybe it might be cancelled by chapter 17. Let me check White Despair. Chapter name. Nope, no chapter name, so that's pretty... You know, that's actually a pretty big mistake. Like, we know. These people always come up with the chapter names first. But yeah, no chapter name. Oh, Sarge, nah, man. Sarge, I'm sorry to hear that, Sarge, that you don't trust anything. But nah, man. Like, this kind of stuff, you just gotta watch the table of contents. If you watch the table of contents, you'll know whether or not a chapter's gonna survive. Like, the way it goes is really, you don't trust anything until after the first 7 chapters. Once the first 7 chapters come by, you go and you look, and then if it's at the bottom of the magazine, it's probably dead. Let's see. The Greatest Death is Optimus Prime from 1986 movie from Japanese anime. When Americans saw it, Hasbro had to make changes based on the audience reaction. Kids were staying in closet for days. Huh. It's been hard to watch anime with all the... Okay, got that. Have you played Danganronpa games? No, but I watched the Danganronpa anime and I know what happens in Danganronpa games. So, yeah. My friend plays them a lot. Kids were going so crazy. Millions of parents wrote complaints to Hasbro. Look it up. It was a crazy time. Wow. Interesting. And Sarge, I'm sorry to hear that, Sarge. This past year, I've lost quite a few of my family members to COVID as well. I don't assume to know that you lost due to COVID, but Cuba was not ready for it, and a good chunk of my family has gone now, unfortunately. Anime said Red Hood's dead. Joker was swinging his crowbar, beating a dead Robin. I figured they wouldn't list a chapter name, although I was hoping to be wrong, because I figured the name would be hilarious. Nah, man, I would have let you know if there was a chapter name. Speaking of canceled series, I hope the artist for Phantom Hero gets hit series soon, because his art is great, and he had 2 series canceled already. Well, we'll have to see. I think they really have to give these people better advice. Like, Shonen Jump 100% knows what kind of series have better odds in their magazine. They know what they're doing. Like, I'm pretty sure that Shonen Jump is trying to find a new formula that they can exploit in the same way that they exploit the Hero Academia Kimetsu formula. I thought Red Hood could maybe be interesting if it got to stick, but unfortunately, it's getting dusted pretty bad. It's unfortunate that Neru is getting pretty dusted as well. And then Skelly said, unless it's a comedy manga. And Skelly points out comedy manga are always in the back unless there's something else bombing. So Skelly's point, Skelly is correct when it comes to the comedy manga, because Shonen Jump wants to have a certain amount of gag manga. The comedy manga will dip into the back of the magazine, but that's why I also tell you guys you have to wait for a 4-week streak once a series is streaking for 4 weeks in the bottom three, like that's what guarantees it. And the comedy manga are the ones that make that rule a thing, is because they sometimes displace the other series. Do you play visual novels? No, I do not. Not really. There's not that many visual novels I'm super interested in, so I don't end up playing them. As a child, seeing Buzz Lightyear learn he was a toy and that he can't fly, and then subsequently fall from the top of the stairs and break his arm, deeply affected you. God, Jason. Yeah, when you write it like that, I could see how. Random stumbled across another isekai manga. One test play with joke character but summoned to another world. The lost one is designated as enemy of women. Well, that's funny. That sounds really funny. Personally, let's see. You should read Higurashi manga. The anime is a poor adaptation of the visual novel. Oh, yeah, the Higurashi stuff. Yeah, I watched Higurashi. I know about Higurashi as well. I saw, we have the physical mangas here as well. Yeah, Higurashi's pretty cool. Another nice light novel manga I've been reading is Lonely Attack on a Different World. Okay. What's that one about? Now I feel like I'm bringing the mood down. Moving on. Oh, no, you're not, Sarge. Like, this is just a part of life. What can you really do, right? It's just life. Life happens. Oh, and that's a really kind, so, yeah, Jason. I agree with Jason on this one, Sarge. I am legitimately, you know, I feel for you, man. But what can you do, right? All we can really do is move forward and try to make peace with that kind of stuff.
Race you. Booba, get them.
If there's one thing that's good about the passage of time, is that eventually things will hurt a little bit less. I gotta tell you though, guys, like, you know, let's switch it up to talking about being stupid kids. But when I think about high school and I think about how I feel about things now, I really wish I had this level of apathy back in high school. Because man, if I had this level of apathy back in high school, a lot of things would be so much simpler. You know, like I'd have a happier life, and it'd just be so much easier to tell people to just screw off and just leave me alone. Yeah. If only I knew. If only I knew how wonderful the world could be when you care less.
Beg for mercy. Vengeance will be mine. More speed.
I'm just trying to think about something I wanted to say there, but yeah, life. I wonder how I do wonder sometimes in 20 years, will I say stupid things about how old I was now? I really hope not. I really hope that this me that I am right now will stick for another 10 years at the very least. Actually, I forgot her name. Let's see. Really shouldn't have. I have to think properly. Yes, Kumi. That's right. Shouldn't. Okay. So she is doing research. That's excellent. And nothing on the leaks just yet. Okay. She's very embarrassed that people worry about her. Great. Okay, now they're talking about solving puzzles. The gifts of the forebears to the descendants. By which I mean treasure, of course, treasure, treasure. Let's see, little companions. Okay. What happened? Alright. This is going to be a long quest chain. I wonder if I've done any of Spiral. Anyway, give me a second, guys. Let me just check Spiral. Oh, for the ones that play, for the people that play Arc Knight, is the gacha kind? Is it like a generous game? I hope it's generous. I hope it's more generous than Genshin. That would be nice. Let's see. What do I want to do? Trip, too much high school bullying? Nah, I'm not even thinking about the bullying. I'm just thinking about how stressed out I was in general about making friends and all that kind of stuff. I just feel like, yeah, there's just some behaviors that I probably, I I ultimately wish I was as calm as I am now in high school. I think that's what I wish. It's better than Genshin. It's hard not to be. Excellent, Scale. Imagine this: you watch My Hero Academia after they had school festival with all the characters you love. Then a canon movie comes out, and the first 10 minutes, Bakugo, Shoto, and Kirishima die to the League. Oh, that'd be pretty funny. Lonely Attack is pretty much the MC's a loner, and after getting sent to another world, he still wants to be a loner, but his classmates do stuff that make it hard for him to do so. Okay, yeah, going through high school helped me learn apathy. The stupidity of people then was absurd. It'll only get better. Eventually, he stops being a loner and is enjoying his time with classmates. Him changing is why some are dropping the series. The class president will annoy you to some degree. Oh, okay. A villain, and in the next 10 minutes, Izuku fights. That's what the 1986 Transformers movie were. You know, I think I have the 1986 movie on VHS. I'm pretty sure, because I feel like I remember that guy dying, Optimus Prime. I don't know. No heroic fights to the death, and no saying goodbye to characters you love, just death, especially since the original Transformers a kids show. I tried Arcanines, but I'm not into the balloon tower defense style. Plus, it's not fully passive since you have to place characters in real time. Ah. Oh, you know what? I really like Plants vs. Zombie. Or, sorry, Plants vs. Zombies. Plants vs. Zombies is pretty good. I really enjoyed that one. When I go back to school Tuesday, I'm going to intentionally distance myself and not make friends because I'm a troublemaker and I can't get in trouble right now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Death Ray. I can kind of see your troublemaker energy, though. So that kind of makes sense to me. Alright, and still no spoilers. I am immensely disappointed.
Time to act. Let me weave you a verse.
Cookie Run Kingdom has an auto mode plus. It's pretty fun to play. Oh, hey, Viz. Nah, we just been chatting, man. We're just kind of waiting for the spoilers. Viz, I don't know. Like, are you following the Red Hood or anything like that? Like, Red Hood's pretty much gonna die in a few weeks here. It's pretty certain at this point. Oops.
The brightest flames burn fastest.
Viz, how far are you on Spiral, by the way? It's shocking how good all the Plants vs. Zombie games are. Ah, yes, I'm glad that you enjoy it too, Skell. Maybe this might be the better one to go with. Jason said I was popular in high school and a bit manipulative as well. Honestly, I could have been a lot nicer to my peers. I eventually outgrew the mean streak mostly. Yeah, I was, like, for middle school, early high school, I feel like I was a little bit meaner than I should have been. But I had my character arc, like, in the last year of high school, and I became much nicer, I think. Like, people still call me an ass sometimes, but, like, whatever. Sometimes I can't help the way I talk to some people. That makes it sound bad. I can't help the way I speak. I can't help my speech pattern. But yeah, I'm glad I outgrew the mean streak. I just, when it comes to the mean streak, I think I would have rather have been calmer for that period for sure. Learn ego management in high school. Yeah, also for it's literally made to have Kokomi or Barbara on your teams. Oh, okay. My middle school teacher gave me a whole rant to us how the Transformers movie affected his generation and how it taught them the true meaning of death in a real way by how it can happen at any time. That's pretty funny. Plants vs. Zombies are some of the best multiplayer games. Oh, hey, Johnny Bravocato. I stopped reading Red Hood, but if it does get canceled, I might just binge whatever it has out. I haven't attempted Abyss yet since I want to build my gene before I go through it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm at Chamber 3. Oh, nice. Alright, never mind. I think I can do this. I think I just have to be a little bit cleverer. Okay, no, that's not clever. God.
My. You're in for a little
restart.
shock.
Is floor 12 easier? I hope it's easier. Doop 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 doop. Gotta figure out who I want to go after here first. God, maybe her first.
Let me weave you a verse. They keep it bullying me. Cross over.
There's so many special effects. Where's that girl? Uh-oh. Damn it.
Final stand. Be a monument to chivalry. Shaken and stirred.
Let's spark things up a little.
Quit it.
I'm not too sure if I have a strategy for this one, guys.
You're in for a little
Right now, I'm just trying to do my best. Well, my best isn't good enough, I think. If I can just take out one of them, that would be great. But I don't think that good stuff is gonna happen right now.
Try not to enjoy this.
The unfortunate thing with all the bats around is that... Oh wait, she's almost dead. Can I get her? No. Okay, if I lose Hu Tao, I'm not going to be able to do it. And still nothing on the spoilers. I have it open up here, but I don't see it. Let's see. Jason said, my meanness was from brutal honesty to everyone, including teachers. Oh, nice. I can respect that, man. I didn't grow up on the internet, but I've been addicted to Twitter and Discord, which I started using during the pandemic, so I deleted both of them today. Oh, that's great, Deathray. I used to be really aggressive and would be eager to fight, but after my first fight in high school, I just kind of stopped and nobody messed with me. Oh, that's good. Have you seen a new webcomic called Wayne Family Adventures? Oh, yeah, you told me about this. Yeah, no, I haven't read it, Todd, but I remember you telling me about it. I became more empathetic toward friendship and relationship in general after high school. I did too. Well, no, I still appreciate my friendships, but, like, I appreciate sleep a lot more. Like... When I went to college and all that, I was not the kind of guy that was gonna kill himself trying to study. Like at some point, I just cared about my sleep a lot more. So that was the ultimate choice I made. Let's see. Jump being as cutthroat as they are is detrimental. So, but I'm not too sure about that because. Look, this people say that Jump is cutthroat, but honestly, look at Kimetsu. What Jump is doing is that they want to produce things like One Piece and Kimetsu. Jump is the single most popular manga magazine in the world. Are you sure that this is detrimental? Because they might know what they're doing. At the end of the day, their strategies have ultimately produced series like Naruto, One Piece, Kimetsu, My Hero Academia. Their strategies did this. This is just the reality of the situation. Now, mind you, I think a few series probably... Actually, no. You know what? Let's be realistic. There are not many series that are gonna be amazing after they have a rocky start. I know this is the reality of the situation because this is just how markets work. A lot of people are not willing to put up with the beginning of a weak series and then go into it. And that's what you kind of need. If you want the casual appeal, you 100% need a strong start. If you want the if you want to have the super success of Jujutsu Kai or My Hero Academia or One Piece, you need to have a strong start. Now, mind you, One Piece is a different thing because One Piece has some issues when it comes to the English market, but it doesn't matter because domestic market, One Piece ruled. In general, you need to have a strong start. So when it comes to Shonen Jump is pretty much like Shokugeki no Soma's school, just in a magazine format. Those series are ultimately sharpening each other, and because of the competition between the series, you ultimately end up with a situation where these are the best of the best within the ecosystem of that particular manga. So when people say that it's detrimental for Jump to be this cutthroat, I have to tell you you're wrong just by the virtue of Jump still existing and being the most popular manga magazine. Shueisha knows what they're doing, and something that people don't consider is that it's Shueisha. Like if Shueisha really wants, they can move their series around. Like The Gray Man really should be done. World Trigger should have also have been canceled, but both of these series are still existing on other Shueisha properties. Like if Shueisha wants to take a chance on a weak series, they have like a dozen other magazines that they can shove a series into. Shonen Jump doesn't actually need to do this. Shueisha's business model, nah. At the end of the day, they produce series like Kimetsu. Kimetsu goes on to be a phenomena. They have no reason to change their current strategy. And you might say again, but you know, they might be overlooking series that get better later. Well, no, there's actually no reason for them to try and believe in a series that might get better later. If your series is polling really badly with your base audience, it's probably not going to explode. Mind you, like small percentage, but this is the reality of the world. Weak starts kill series, even if after that they are usually much better. I think like in terms of like weak starts, you could probably look at Katekyo Hitman Reborn, because Katekyo does a full shift after chapter 70 or 80, I believe, or like towards one particular arc. But Katekyo also kind of sputtered out, and it didn't really reach that high level of success that Shonen Jump might have wanted. So that's probably like one of the few case studies you have. Anyway, yeah, just my little contribution there. That's my opinion on it. Sobata. They made Damien's skin darker since on his mom's side he's Arabic and Chinese. Can I see your character list? Oh yeah, sure, man. Let's see. Character list. Leave for now. Floor 12 has specters and perpetual mechanical array. Oh great. I think you missed my comment, Trip. Oh, floor 12. Oh yeah, okay. Floor 12 isn't easy per se, but there's nothing added to make it harder besides the normal level 100 enemies and slightly bumped up HP, so everything is just dumb tanky. Ah, okay, gotcha. The delicate college life, sleep, good grades, and a social life. You can only choose two. Ah, yes, you know how it goes, Jason. I chose my social life and my sleep, and then sometimes I chose. Okay, no. In college, it was pretty much I taught myself the course in the 2 weeks before finals. So I did not have great midterm grades unless I was doing programming. My programming grades were always pretty solid. World Trigger Season 3 is coming up. Medagoras had a giant shift from school comedy to battle shonen. Yes. Didn't go on for too long, though. Nagima had a weak start and turned into someone no one could have predicted. Nagima's different, though. We can't... Remember, don't look at the series from other magazines. We're talking about Shonen Jump in particular. Nagima is a different monster altogether. Because that man's just that man is just a monster. Jason said, I don't think Shonen Jump expected Demon Slayer to blow up that much from the anime. Otherwise, they would have forced her to keep going. She also already in her last arc because it was mediocre. Sales before the anime. Yes, I'm aware of that one. But that still, Kimetsu had a strong start. Like, this is the kind of same thing with Bleach. Bleach had a strong start. Ultimately, I think when it comes to marketability, strong starts are more valuable than getting better later. That's just kind of how it's gonna go off. Because a lot of series will kind of sputter out towards the end. So just from... In terms of making money, ultimately you want to have stronger starts. Kimetsu benefits from the fact that they had a really strong start. Mind you, again, like the final arc of Kimetsu is terrible. Like there's no ways around that. But again, strong starts are smarter. If you want to go towards selling stuff in general, strong starts carry you further. I don't know if people know about this, but usually when it comes to selling light novels and novels in general, it's pretty much common knowledge that the first volume of a novel is always going to sell the best, and then you're going to get diminishing returns on every subsequent volume. Like, you're going to get your core fan base, but pretty much when you have a series and you're doing Amazon, if you're doing self-publishing on Amazon, every subsequent book in your series is really just there to promote the first volume. And then, yes, if the first volume hooks someone, they'll continue going into your series. But that's the current strategy for today's self-published authors. They produce a lot of material and they produce a lot of series One, to capitalize on strong starts, and also to capitalize on getting more people into the first volume of a series. It's pretty interesting. Oh, did Kimetsu not have a strong start? Oh, my mistake then. I thought Kimetsu had a strong start, Skell. Until Demon House. Oh, good for them then. Well, I'll have to correct my thoughts here. I thought Kimetsu had a strong start. So thanks, Skell. Thanks for that little bit of information. I did not know. Well, I'll have to correct my theory on that one. Let's see. 1 second, Skill. I'll get to that one. I keep seeing people saying cancel series like Phantom Seer should have been in Jump Plus. I don't think they get why Kaiju number 8, Dana Dan and Spy X Family are successful. I don't know about that. I may be totally wrong, but didn't One Piece have a somewhat mediocre start and really start booming during Marineford? Not in Japan. I think like One Piece has been a king for a very long time. Marineford made it a lot more. But One Piece was doing well from the beginning. Like, One Piece is from a different era. It was, in general, when it comes to One Piece, when it comes to the Western market, people say that One Piece gets better at Arlong Park. But One Piece had a different impact in Japan. And what did I study? I was in electrical engineering. And no spoilers. Or you could do it, Trip. Wink, wink. No, I'm not writing an essay about Negima. Kimetsu didn't... Okay, no, I got this. Oh, hey, Leela. I think SJ could have given Phantom Seer some more time, although I don't like the idea of this chick following him around. I know the volume release will explain his sister's power, or so they said. Yeah, I think they will. I think I've heard about that as well, Jason. It's the reason Muzan appears so early into the series because they might just get cancelled. Huh. Well, Skell, thanks. I thought that was a totally natural thing. So, you know what, Skell, thanks. I'm correct. I'm gonna correct my ideas on this. You're a Shonen Jump editor who's trying to save Head Hood. What's your game plan? I don't know. I don't know, man. Like the way I look at it, this thing got it the death sentence. I don't know. What is the game plan? Compelling villain, maybe? Like a super cool villain? I don't know. I think like the problem with Red Hood is that I'm not really sure what exactly they don't like. Right? This is like the big issue. Like I guess if they have the surveys, they could probably figure it out, but oh, you know what? Maybe stop copying Horikoshi. Leela, how are you doing? I noticed that you have the emote. Didn't Jujukai have a piss and now it passed Hero Academia in sales? Okay. Like at this point, it's time that we go into we'll have to just go into the archives here. Do. Popular opinion, I think the manga of Attack on Titan isn't good. It feels more like the mangaka published cool ideas instead of a coherent story. Anime turns it into an actual story. It's short. Like I think the manga's alright, man. I think like the beginning of the manga is pretty okay when the scope is small. And yeah, Jason. Yeah, it was engineering. I did a year of psychology before it, but I had done engineering. Like for me, literature and whatever is just, it was just a hobby. Like there was no reason to actually devote anything real to it. So I just went with engineering. But then like personally, I don't really like engineering. Well, I thought I liked it when I was a kid building stuff in my backyard, but I don't like it now. Like in the words of one of my close friends, like being an engineer is like being the biggest bitch in the world because you ultimately have to just shut up and say yes to whatever like your client is saying. And mind you, I'm being a little bit mean there, but like that's ultimately what it boils down to. So that's why. Yeah, I'm not a fan of engineering. Like if there's something cool to do, if I was doing like some cool build project, that'd be pretty nice. But I'm not really a big fan. One second. Where are you? Okay, March 15th. March 5, 2018. Going into the archives. Here we go. Oh, Ty said Cartoon Network is working on a huge change by creating their own anime. First anime they're working on are a Lord of the Ring anime movie. Oh, wow. That's cool. Where are the archives here? Ah, here we go. So one second, I'm just gonna quickly go in and look at I'm going to quickly go and look at Juju Kai's performance back in the day. Let's see. So March 18th is roughly where this happens. So I should go and look at around May. So putting up all the May dates, because that's where we would have known about Juju Kai. So let's see. Juju Kai, where are you? Alright, that's in 21st of March. So for anyone joining us right now, I'm just doing a quick analysis here on just the table of contents placements for Juju Kai. Where are you? Juju Kai. Oh man, yeah, Juju Kai came out when Robot X Laserbeam was still coming out. Oh man, that's a good time. Juju Kai. Still doing more or less well here. So I've found, so let's go into June. So I found a spot where Juju Kai dipped into the bottom 3, but you know, that number doesn't really matter unless it's streaking. So let's see. Then more Juju Kai, it's fine there. Fine there. Still fine. Yeah, no, so far from what I'm seeing for Juju Kai, it was, by the standards of Shonen Jump, it was doing quite alright. Yeah, I got a color page in June. Yeah, no, Juju Kai was doing quite alright. I mean, like, from my perspective, when it comes to Shonen Jump, if you're out of the bottom 3 most times, you're going to be you have better odds of being all right, because you'll have the time to get, like, for me personally, if you're in the top half of the manga when you release, I feel that you're doing relatively well, because at the end of the day, if you're at the top half of the manga 10 weeks afterward, you're going to go for at least 30 chapters right then and there. Let's see, Juju Kai, any others? Yeah, no. By July, Juju Kai was at the top of the manga. Yeah. No, I still think, for me, for my purposes, I would quantify this as a strong enough start. Mind you, it might be an issue that Juju Kai came in with some really, it came in with some very, good competition. Anyway, let's see. Jason. Oh no, I already answered Jason's question. Electric engineering, nice. I considered that option, but ended up in chemical engineering instead, and electricity scares me more than ever. Yes. Lita said it was a long day full of wondering why do I go far and beyond in every job I do only for no one to give up of Thingamajig's life fail. Anyway, here is a Hero Academia question. While building sandcastles as a toddler versus learning physics to build something, obviously it's less fun now. Jason wanted to be a chemical engineer until I found out it was 90% lab work. Yeah, pretty much. In what chapter do you think will we return to the villains and return to the plot? I don't know. I don't know about the villains, but I feel like plot maybe this chapter. My major used to be biology, but the American healthcare system and lab work turned me away from it. Fair enough. I don't want Toga back already. She's the only yandere I like because of her personality, because of her quirk. So much potential and backstory that needs to be shown. I'm surprised Chainsaw Man got a chance in Shonen Jump. Good sales for something so esoteric. Yeah. Like I remember when Skelly and I were talking about this back in the day. Like I found it pretty interesting that it was in the magazine as well. Trip, what do you think of everyone throwing Rimuro to the wolves and having him named the new Demon Lord group? Oh, I thought it was funny, random. I just thought it was funny because no one really cares enough, so I just thought funny. And no, I don't see any spoilers on Discord. White Despair. Tomorrow I'll synthesize my first organic compound. Not a difficult one, but still better than spending 3 hours playing with water on my other labs. Yeah. That sounds pretty cool, Sam. But yeah, White Despair, I don't see anything on the spoilers. So, it's gonna be a long night. But yeah, I don't see anything. This is actually kind of depressing. I really hoped that we would be done here earlier, but I guess not. Yeah, no spoilers. I've been wondering, that Night Eye prediction about All Might dying, could it be that for that to happen, the one of Izuku dying would have had to have happened as well? And because Izuku changed it, All Might could survive now. How did Night Eye's quirk work again? My memory's a bit fuzzy. The big issue is that Night Eye's quirk has, like, he mentions that the future... Do you know Steins Gate? It might be best to think about it like Steins Gate, where you need to do a lot to be able to switch world lines. Because, like, with Night Eye's quirk, the future will correct itself if Night Eye does something to try to change it. So, really, when it comes down to that future power, you have to put in a lot of effort to change the world line, so to say. I really don't know. Like, when it comes to Izuku, it's hard to really say. It's really hard to say whether or not the All Might prophecy included Izuku being killed. Jujukai aren't done, so who knows? Jujukai has great pacing. I remember you saying once that Dobby's a real in character and a great villain. You just dislike him because he's a crappy person. Could you elaborate on that more? I'm not sure I understand. What do you... Oh, no, Leela, see, this is the difference between what a character is designed to be and what a character ultimately executes as. Like, this is the difference between the character within the story and the character, like, from the narrative point of view. Dobby's a great villain because the author writes Dobby consistently. That's just flat out it. Like, Dobby's a joke, and the author knows that Dobby's a joke. Dobby's a joke because the author has the balls to write Dobby as a joke. Like, Dobby, you see his flaws. You understand the flaws that Dobby has. Like, look, it's like, the fact that the author isn't afraid of having Dobby be called out by other characters. He's not afraid of having Dobby get shown up by Mr. Compress. That's a good character. The man knows what he's writing. That's where the good quality writing for Dobby is. Like, more good moments. When Dobby's talking, running off his mouth, and he's saying stuff, and then Hawks is just like, yo, Dobby's talking a lot because he's running out of fumes and he needs to kind of recharge. You're making fun of this character who's having his big moment, and he's being exposed for what he is, an idiot. That's a good character. At the end of the day, Dobby's a really good character because his character flaws make sense, and the author's not afraid of showing his character flaws. That's also why he's stupid. Like, you're supposed to think that Dobby's stupid. Anyone that thinks that Dobby's super cool isn't reading the story, because the author is pretty clear about Dobby's flaws. Other things with Dobby is the fact of the matter, he's very good at using people. He's probably one of the best people when it comes to using people. We've seen that. The only problem with Dobby is that he flat out can't project into the future very well. But the fact that I'm even talking about that, saying that, oh, this guy's really good in the short term, but he's really horrible in the long term, I can only say that because the author did a good job of showing where Dobby's weaknesses are. So I will 100% rag on Dobby because he probably stinks. But he's well written. The author did a really good job when it comes to Dobby. Dobby's flaws are some of the most nuanced within the series, and they're the most consistent. I mean, when we're talking about maybe he's poorly written. Leela, I don't know how you could have consistency coming out as poorly written. I don't fully understand how you can say Dobby having a pattern to his behavior and having the same flaws coming up again and again. I don't know how you could say that consistency is poorly written. Like and especially with Horikoshi, he does character flaws very well. All Might's situation that we had in the previous chapter is a product of All Might's character flaws coming out. Izuku's situation is a product of all of Izuku's character flaws coming out. The guy is very good at having these characters fall to their flaws. It's the same thing with Dobby. I don't fully understand how you look at the effort that the author is putting into calling out Dobby and you call that bad writing. But then again, Leela, you also were willing to disregard the effort that the author put in when it came to the metaphor of Endeavor's eyes. So, from my perspective, I don't know if you value some of the narrative cues in the same way that I do. That's what I would say there. If ultimately you're not valuing the little moments that we are seeing with the character. Oh, you're not saying he's poorly written. I was just playing devil advocate. I honestly don't know. All Dobby's flaws I actually like. Do I think he's cool? Nope. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I think this is an issue of valuing things differently on this one. If you do, and we know this happens a lot with the main fandom. If you don't value certain movements that the author does, you might miss the point. And then you might end up in like a complete tangent kind of thing. Now, let me just read this again. All Dobby's flaws I actually like. Do I think he's cool? Nope. Trip, I didn't look past the eye thing. I was just trying to win an argument. Well, Leela, what am I gonna do? All I have to go on is like whatever you guys say on the text. I wish I could hear your guys' tones, but I can't, so I have to go off what I see on the text. But anyway, all of Dobby's flaws I actually like. Do I think he's cool? Nope. Well, no one should really think Dobby's cool, so I'm quite alright with that. And I like Dobby's flaws too, because they make him fun to rag on. I mean, mind you, before Dobby, Izuku had the flaws that were fun to rag on. But then Izuku became a little bit cooler, so, you know, it kind of, I need a new target to kind of harp on. Anyway, let me read the other comments. What's the spoilers from earlier be true? I laughed my ass off. No, Johnny. What impressed me about FMA was her ability to tell a relatively decent story without making the MC overpowered. Yeah, I do like that for FMA a lot as well. It looks like no one putting a spoiler and forcing ads to posting early again, or they have not got the spoiler yet. I know, man. It's really rough. The way I saw it, Eddie quirk of Rewind overpowered the Future Sight quirk since it's so broken. Like his quirk could even see Eddie using her ability, like his quirk couldn't comprehend it. Oh, if only you all could hear my tone. Leela, I'm sure it would be a wonderful time. Ty, so the thing with the Eddie stuff, and not yet, sorry, we don't have any yet. I don't think, I made a video about this. I don't think Eddie's quirk of Rewind overpowered Future Sight, because I think Future Sight has to be able to see Rewind's effects. you know what? I did a whole video on this, so I think I have all the pages saved. Mind you, like, Ty, this, what I'm about to tell you relies. Oh, sorry, Jason. When I say the Dobby is stupid, I'm also being a little bit facetious on that one. I'm just saying he's stupid because that's part of the that's part of like just my rant. But no, my official statement on Dobby is really just back at he's really good at short-term planning. He's really good at using people, but he's not very good at long-term planning, or he's not very good at long-term action on paper. And then he gets hasty. That's pretty much it. He gets hasty, and then his other problem is he has tunnel vision. So, Jason, when I say dumb, just kind of substitute all those other things in there. That's like the actual serious answer. Okay, Ty, let me just show you how I think about this. So I'm just looking through Night Eye here. Okay, so Ty. Oh, hey, Fox. Nothing much. We're about to talk about some little problems with Night Eye. So, Ty, the way this works, like I'm being an extreme lawyer about this. Like if the author wants to disregard this, probably be a good idea if he wants to rewrite it. And 1 second, Leela. So in chapter 154, that's where Night Eye sees the future, right? Now here's where the problems come. In chapter 157, Night Eye tells us the future that he ultimately sees. He says to Ochako, he's not coming after you for now. He's heading above ground in pursuit of Eri and Izuku. That's when he kills Izuku. The thing here is, the timeline when this happens, for Night Eye to be able to see the segment in which Izuku goes up into the sky, he has to see a product of Rewind's effect. That being the separation of Overhaul from Nemto, I believe it was. If he doesn't see that separation, he can't see the rest of the sequence where Shizaki chases Izuku into the sky. So, like, it becomes a little bit of a logic. It becomes a little bit of a logic problem. If Night Eye can't see the effects of Rewind, why is he able to see a continuity that can only happen because Rewind's effect was observed? And the effect that we're observing is specifically the separation of Shizaki from Nemto, because that's what allows Izuku to grab Eri and take Eri into the sky. So that's where the logical problem is. Now look, if we were dealing in real life, and we were, like, for some reason talking about a logical problem of, assume that, like, time travel or, like, future sight was possible, and we were speaking in real life, this would actually be an interesting conundrum. But because it's manga, the author ultimately doesn't need to actually observe the minutia of detail that's occurring here. And he doesn't need to play like absolutes with the logic in this particular case. So it's an interesting situation. By the absolute logic that I am seeing here, because Night Eye can see the effect of, because Night Eye's prediction requires an effect of Rewind to occur, that is why I say that he can see Rewind. But then, like, the easiest way to counter this is to just say that the quantity of Rewind is what affects it. But if you go down the line of saying the quantity of Rewind is what affects the change in the prediction, then you ultimately just come back to the Steins Gate problem of, like, you just have to do enough actions to get away from one world line and jump to another. Like once you start talking about the quality of rewind or the quantity of rewind, you could just say like, well, One for All could probably do it too if Izuku tries hard enough, something like that. So that's ultimately the problem there. And for the chapters, if you want to check them out, Ty, the ones that I'm using, it's chapter 154 straight through to chapter 157 on that one. But again, you know, this kind of talk really would be a lot more exciting in real life, because in real life, you know, things aren't changed by the whims of imperfect creator, right? In a story, like this is one of those things that's just ripe for being destroyed. White Despair said, All for One will always be the person I harp on. Just can't take the guy seriously after the recent stuff in the manga. Now, what I don't get is how people can rag on Izuku. I adore him. The only flaws I could think of in regards to Izuku was his lack of self-awareness, how he runs off of his emotions and adrenaline. Well, Leela, the good thing about... I think I've told you about this before, Leela, but early Izuku is pretty cool because early Izuku was 100% enamored by heroes. Like, my favorite thing to rag on Izuku when he was in the early phases was like whenever Izuku said that he worked hard before meeting All Might, it's like, no, you didn't. Izuku, you didn't. Pretending to use quirks is not working hard. If Izuku was working hard before meeting All Might, he would have been working out already, right? The thing about Izuku that he's fun to rag on is that Izuku was a person that really needed a lot of help at the beginning of the story, and it's always fun to talk about that early part of Izuku. But Izuku steps into his own, like, at Gentle, so there's not really worth ragging on Izuku. Like, a lot of Izuku's problems kind of go away after meeting All Might, and then the problems that he's left with are kind of the sad problems, like the ones that you would rather he not have, like the self-sacrificial nature. Maybe we've been looking at Night Eye's quirk the wrong way this whole time. Maybe there are multiple futures and Foresight shows the one Night Eye is most attuned with since he's so pessimistic. I mean, like, look, the fact of the matter is it looks like it's possible to change the future, so we have to assume that there's different continuities. I'll be careful saying attuned with. I'll say again, I'll use Steingate's logic, because I think Steingate's logic was also based off of a conspiracy theory about John Eater, or do you guys know the conspiracy theory that inspired Steins Gate? Does anyone know it off the top of their head? Anyway, going back to this thing with the world lines, if there's parallel realities, I feel like Night Eye maybe sees the one most likely to happen. But there is something important here, that being the self-correcting nature of time. Given that time is confirmed to self-correct, if it's a small deviation, you know, you kind of have to assume that we are dealing with world line type problems here, or you know, separate streams of time that lead to completely different futures. Dobby's biggest issue is that he assumed he one-shot kills everyone. It happened with Hawks, Kamui Woods, Midnight, and Nechire. Oh my, I always look at his prediction as not seeing the whole prediction, just parts. Well, Leela, Night Eye says this. Like, Night Eye is very, like, he admits this. He can only really see the space around the person. That's all he really sees. Like, I think it's like, you know, like, it's like if you're right in front of me, I only see that spot. I don't know what's to your right. I don't know what's to your left. But mind you, if he sees All Might being decapitated, he sees All Might being decapitated. There's no way around that. White Despair comes in. Dobby's attacks should be killing people. That's on Hori, especially when you see how easily he killed people in the past. But you can't have Dobby outshotting. I remember him saying that he kills Izuku and takes Eri. He says that after Izuku and Eri reach the server, it makes it seem like Hori made a mistake. Yeah, so Ty, I think you might have said that. I think you might have said that before I gave my little spiel there. But yeah, he says he's heading above ground in pursuit of Eri and Midoriya. That's when he kills Midoriya. But he was telling that after seeing the vision in chapter 154. That's when he's recounting it to Ochako. And when he sees the vision in 154, the separation for Shizaki hasn't happened yet. That's where the trick is. 1 second. I lost the. Okay, still no leaks. Let's see. Leela said to White Despair, hope at the end of the day, Dobby still beat the hell out of Hawks. It was a legendary beatdown. Hawks just got stopped and everything. Okay, everyone from narrative standpoint. So people survive, and his ability seems inconsistent. Yet he can burn at 1,000 degrees of. Yeah, like the thing with Dobby, he can okay, like honestly, I think it's. You remember when Dobby was held back by the carbon steel wires, and then it's like his clothes weren't burning even though the carbon steel melted? The melting point for that is insane. And then they go like, oh yeah, no, the clothes are fire retardant. If Dobby's wearing clothes, Best Jeanist 100% should have been able to just capture him right there. Because if he's not burning his clothes, then he's totally within the realm of Best Jeanist's power. Like honestly, that whole Dobby fiasco just breaks down. That is plot armor at its finest. When Best Jeanist can't control the other fiber, it's like, come on, man. This man is able to control the different blends of different people's clothes all at the same time. Mind you can throw all kinds of things about focus, but I think that's the author. Like focus is definitely the author's get out of jail free card on that one. Miguel comes in with an interesting point here. Because we didn't get to see what Night Eye saw, he might have been blinded by his emotions and prejudices. Like he could have just seen the moment that Izuku was about to get one-shotted by Overhaul right before he kicked, and Eri used her quirk to rewind him and assumed, yeah, this is the end. Now, Miguel has to come in here in order to make this point work. He first has to start off by blinded by emotions and prejudices, right? So he's like, Miguel, fill it in if you need to. But Miguel's saying like because he was in a pretty desperate moment, he's just going towards the cynical end and he's coming to a cynical conclusion. Now the trouble here, Miguel, is that Night Eye gave up and he looked for hope. He was looking for hope when he was looking into the future. And the other thing that is important here is that at some point he just goes to a black screen, right? So that's one of the little tricks here, is because he was searching for hope. I'm not sure if he would have just stopped looking at that moment in time, especially when he can look so much further. He can look for a full hour at that point. So that is the trick there. Miguel then has to, like, for Miguel to make this work, he does have to make a fundamental assumption here about Night Eye, that being that he did not see anything after the moment of the kick, but there's no reason why he would not see after the moment of the kick. Now mind you, if the author comes in here and he says that Miguel is right with that particular situation, then what can we really do? At that point, Miguel is right, because this was a plausible thing. What Miguel has here is very plausible, but it's extremely stupid. Had this happened in the sorry, I was gonna say novel then magazine. If this happened in the manga proper, I would have criticized this, because it's like, why would you, when you have an hour to look into the future, why would you stop at this moment without confirming it, right? It just doesn't make sense with everything else building up into it. I would have criticized it had the author gone in with it, but again, Miguel's stuff here, aside from the blinded by emotions and prejudices, just because he was going out on a limb, aside from that point, which I think is a little bit weaker, I think the rest of it was plausible, but again, it does rely on a very fundamental assumption being made. And again, I think personally, when you're doing these kind of very compromised things, when you're having a story, I think it's a little bit questionable. To give you like a more generic example, it's like, say that you are dealing with a character that you've seen be smart like 100 times, or say like you have a character that has an established pattern, and then to make one particular plot movement work, you pretty much hand them the idiot ball, as TV tropes call it, and you pretty much take away their intelligence for one particular sequence in time in order to make a plot work. That isn't cool. It's not cool when this happens. That's why TV Tropes even has an article about it. I would rather stay away from these kind of things. Night Eye is a little bit different because you don't have all of Night Eye's habits set up, but it's in the spirit of the same kind of cheapness that you would really want to avoid. Unfortunately, a lot of plots are instigated by incompetence, so sometimes you need to make your character be stupid or do something stupid. In this case, Miguel goes in by using emotional compromise, because if emotions are compromising someone's judgment, then you get to have the stupid action that will allow the plot to happen. It's a balancing act, honestly. Oh, there's a lot of comments, but I'm not sure he actually said he worked hard. All I remember him saying is he was quirky, but he won't give up. Yeah, I don't think he actually said he worked hard, because when I look back at the official translations, I didn't see the lines there. But Izuku Izuku like makes things about trying his best, and he's not trying his best. But Izuku's not trying his best because he doesn't know what his best is, right? That's like the whole reason why All Might and Izuku's relationship really works, because he needed someone to tell him like, hey, you can do it, Izuku. You can be this amazing person. Let me just see if I can find the early Izuku chapters here, Leela. Because I did a video about I made a video about Izuku's flaws, Leela. That's why I had the chapters saved. I think. I'll have to see if I can find him here. Ultimately, the big thing to take away from Izuku is that he wasn't doing his best because his best was actually brought to him by All Might. Like, he was doing what he thought was his best at that early time, but he could have done better. That's what you really have to take away from Izuku. But again, the reason he couldn't do better is because of his horrible self-confidence that his mother really screwed him up with. Try to see if I have a follow here. Let's see. So I have a folder named Izuku Problem. Ah, here it is. Chapter 72. Alright, this is why I thought Izuku was stupid. I found the line, Leela. I don't know if this is in Viz's translation, but this is what had me on this path. So this is when Izuku's telling the story to Koda. Despite that, he wanted to be a hero, but oh wait, sorry. Let me begin. It seems like a congenital thing. It happens on rare occasions, talking about quirklessness. But despite that, he wanted to be a hero. Obviously, in this day and age, you can't be a hero without a quirk. So when it didn't manifest as soon as it should have, the next thought bubble is he trained. Or sorry, the next dialogue bubble is he trained. And trained is in italics. And then he goes into the example. He tried attracting objects and he tried breathing fire. And that's what Izuku calls training. He calls pretending to use his parents' quirks training, right? And this is ultimately what sets up Izuku for just looking really stupid in this. But this pretty much sets him up for the whole thing. Izuku didn't know what he had to do to improve. Like, Izuku could have become someone like Stain, where he uses weapons the majority of the time and not his quirk. But ultimately, with Izuku, this is what set him up here. That was one of the critical things when it came to early Izuku. He needed All Might to exist. And mind you, when you look at chapter 72 in that particular page, Izuku even remembers how his mother had said sorry to him, right? And the overall read that you have here is that Izuku didn't know what to do to improve, which is unfortunate. Correct me if I'm wrong, but aside from those random thugs in the alley that one time, Dobby has never been shown killing anyone, right? Dobby's failure massively outweighs his successes. The only other one is the assist that he got with Snatch, because Compressed helped him out on that one. Yeah, I bet his quirk actually shows what most likely happened. Crazy how he was only wrong once his whole life. Toho is the best anime. The thing that inspired Stain is Einstein theory and relativity play in history. Okay, but think about this. We never saw Night Eye's All Might death prediction because Hori needs room to write his way out of the death. I 100% agree with you, Leela. When Horikoshi doesn't show this, it's because, look, at the end of the day, being vague is probably one of the best things you could do to your future self. I think that's why he doesn't show it, because if he had to show it, it's going to become a lot more complicated, because I'm pretty sure that Horikoshi is shifting his plans as time goes by, and he wants to incorporate more details as he gets closer to the the climactic moment. So 100% Leela, he didn't show it because he needs more room to write. Given that the vision is limited by the view, could it be he saw Toga dying as All Might? Oh, 100%. If you look at Doctor Who, you could look at a lot of plot shenanigans that happen to try and solve, what does Doctor Who call it? Like fixed points in time? Yeah, Doctor Who is probably like the series that has come up with the most cheats when it comes to dealing with getting out of fixed points in time. Sarge, I just remembered that we were doing this. I'm so sorry, Sarge. These are the characters I have, man. One thing we have to remember about Night Eye's predictions is that the further into the future he looks, less clear he's able to perceive the events. In the case of Izuku, Night Eye was able to clearly see what would happen. When it comes to All Might's death, Night Eye's vision was so unclear that he couldn't even pinpoint when it would occur within a 2-year range. Wait, White Despair, I don't think that the visions themselves are less clear. I think the issue with the further he looks, the less he knows when exactly in time it happens. I don't think it's an issue of the visions being unclear. But let me very quickly Google. Oh, sorry, not Google it. Let me quickly check my records, because thankfully I made the Night Eye video, and the Night Eye video has this information in it. So let me just very quickly look through Night Eye and find his quirk information here. One second, I'm just looking for Night Eye. Trying to find more here. I'm trying to find just like to make sure we have the right dialogue. Still need to look for that quirk stuff. Man, you know, the fact of the matter is, Night Eye was beating up people with stamps. And he doesn't even need to use quirks to use his stamps. Honestly, there should be more Batman-type characters hanging around in Hero Academia. Like, if Night Eye can rule with just stamps, so many other people could do well. One second here. I'm trying to find a good page that explains everything properly. Still trying to find something. Also, nope, still no spoilers. Still no spoilers. So, White Despair, I'm still not seeing anything about him not seeing it clearly, but I haven't found the line that I'm remembering. Let's see. I have all my Night Eye files, but I definitely don't see it here. Okay, White Despair, I'm gonna just read the rest of the comments and I'll come back to this in a second. I feel bad that I can't find the one thing that I remember. Could Izuku earnestly work out before 14 years old? Would that not have had adverse effects on his growth if he started working out earlier in life? I've been exercising since I was like what? Since 8. I've been like I've been keeping fit since I was 8. No, you 100% can. You don't have to like kill yourself doing it, but you can 100% build some muscle early on in life. Like moderation, right? Best Genius also has varying degree of affinity to fibers. Maybe he has low affinity of whatever material Dobby's clothes are made of. Maybe they use his hair to make the clothes. Oh, but if they used his hair to make the clothes, he would 100% burn through. Clearly see what would happen. When it comes to All Might's death, Night-Eye's vision was so unclear that he couldn't even pinpoint when it would occur within a 2-year range. White Despair, do you remember where exactly he talks about the All Might vision? Which chapter? Just to help me find it here. Using his clothes to restrain him would be the smart move if it was indeed possible. Yes. Dobby had to use a hostage to win against Hawks. The man is dumpster juice in fights. One thing is that if a character does believe the future is set in stone, then they just won't look too far forward so that they don't see a potential failure into stone. Ah, okay, yes. That's a good reasoning. I think so. Not sure if we'll see him kill a few NPCs during MVA, but he said he killed over 30 people. Just going off logic and fire is always dangerous. I think we need to remember that Night-Eye saw Izuku die. However, Shizaki didn't manage to land even a single attack on Izuku, so clearly the future was changed since there's not anything for Night-Eye to see wrong. If Izuku received a serious wound and then Night-Eye didn't look any further for some reason, then you can make the argument. However, Izuku doesn't get hit. Just got back from... no, Kenneth. No spoilers. Dobby's most epic moment was in Camino when Gran Torino hit him and knocked him out. That face he made, he passed out. Yeah, I remember that. It was good. Take much fire to kill someone, and Dobby can generate extremely high temperatures, so he really should be killing people a lot easier in the manga, but the character would be too dangerous. I agree. And a fight with him would be problematic to write, just like writing a fight for Shigi because of decay. Because honestly, I actually enjoy people roasting characters I like. I like villains who are just chaotic by nature more than those with tragic backstories. Deku is fixated on being All Might and not his own hero. Yes. That's because how Hero Academia society promotes the idea that without quirk you're a nobody. Also getting bullied by Baku didn't help. Of course, yeah, it didn't help 100%. I wonder if we'll get the spoiler in the middle of the night right now because it doesn't feel like it's coming soon. Oh, but wait, going back to Miguel, this is actually what's really important about Izuku's character too, because this is the issue. Because All Might tells Izuku as well, you could be a police officer and still contribute to society, right? But Izuku didn't do that. That's why I said that Izuku is he had bought into the symbol, or like, you know, the glamour of being a hero. Like, Izuku legitimately had tunnel vision when it came to that kind of stuff. Wow, really? No spoilers? I'm depressed. Okay, now 4chan's also just becoming crazy. I wonder if we'll get the spoiler in the middle of the night right now because it doesn't feel like it's coming soon. Yeah, man, like, it's pretty late. I'm gonna go for 30 more minutes. Hey, Gohan, no, I'm not. I don't have the resources right now, Gohan. Stain Dream is probably a world where all heroes are like All Might, but he doesn't see it or chooses to acknowledge them. Having a hero society where all Mights is doomed to fail. Something tell me we're not getting spoilers until tomorrow. Team 1, Zhao, Rosaria, Noel, Bennett. Uh-oh. Team 2, Beto, Mona, Fischl, Barbara. Uh-oh. Thanks, Sarge. Beto, Mona, Fischl, Barb. Xiao, Rosaria, Noel, Bennett. This is, okay. I'm gonna adjust accordingly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust because some of them aren't built. Fox, in terms of people that are heavy on equipment, I can't really think of someone right now. Personally, I think Izuku has been at least practice fighting because when fighting Bakugo for the first time, he had basic fighting moves when he did the shoulder throw. When I first saw it, I thought, wait a minute, can that boy fight? I think that one was an application of him just being observant, Leela. I think that's how the story told it. But that was a pretty good one. You've seen Kaon? No, I haven't seen Kaon. I hope you get the resources. Thanks. She's fun to use as a physical DPS. If we weren't getting spoilers in the next little bit, I'm sure Atsu would tell us on Twitter. I better go to the Twitter, I guess. Make sure that I don't miss anything here. Yeah, I don't really see anything on Twitter. Oh, see ya, Random. So Random couldn't make it. It's unfortunate. So let's see. Sarge. The fake Atsushi accounts are doing their usual attack. Excellent. I don't have Beto built, nor Mona. Official's kind of a joke. Let me think. Oh, oops. Let's see. So I was able to 2-star chamber 1 and 1-star chamber 2. Ah, thank you, chapter 131. Thank you, White Despair. Let me look it up in my files. Looks like I must have just completely missed this one file when adding it to my index here. Thanks, White Despair. Let me just go through. So let me try again. 131. Okay, I'm gonna have to go directly to the website just to get these, or just to see the chapter. 1 second, guys. Just want to make sure I'm in the right spot here. Well, you know, we haven't gotten the spoilers, but I'm actually having quite a lot of fun just talking about the specifics of little things in Hero Academia. This is quite enjoyable. Just give me a quick second. Okay, yeah, I found it, White Despair. So as All Might says, 6 to 7 years after he saw it, the further off in the future a prediction is, the harder it is to accurately predict when it will happen. Apparently he's never been able to change a prediction. So White Despair, I don't, in all my other Night Eye panels, I don't see anything about clarity. Like, it looks like the clarity is maintained. I haven't seen any other note that says clarity gets worse. But like the way I imagined it, or the way I understood it, is that Night Eye's quirk works like if you were fast forwarding in a VHS tape. You know, like if you're fast forwarding, you're not going to be able to really tell where exactly in the movie you are without looking at the timer on the VHS tape. That's why I thought the time getting weirder made sense, just because it's like, well, he's fast forwarding at a high rate. How is he going to know the passage of time that well, right? That's how I interpreted it. So yeah, from this page, I don't see anything that challenges that interpretation. I don't see anything that says that it's not clear, or like the exact contexts aren't clear. Like in terms of the clarity, it's the stuff that we mentioned earlier, that he can only really see the spot around people. And just for the record, just to say it so that we're all on the same page and that I'm not making a mistake. As Night Eye says, it plays in his head frame by frame like a flashback. Think of it like this: for 1 hour after I activate it, I'm able to watch the entire film of the target person's life. However, the entire film point of view is somewhere immediately near them. Ultimately, I can only see the person's movements and a small amount of the surrounding environment. So there's no stipulation there about time. In terms of the further you get away from the present, the more unclear it becomes. The only real stipulation we have, or like the only real factor we have, is that he can't tell how far ahead in the film of someone's life he goes. And really, when you consider it, that he can see the entirety of a person's life within 1 hour, he 100% is fast forwarding, because there's no way he's going to be able to see in the, if he was going second by second in real time, there's no way he can see All Might's death, right? So he must be fast forwarding. Mega, I just play on the PSN. I'm not sure what you're meaning. Let's see. Fail shield deploy. At minimum, you need a good healer on each side because of corrosion. I wonder if Atsu's forces finally located and eliminated the 4chan leakers. Yeah, see. And yeah, White Despair. For misremembering lines, I think the fan translations make it a lot harder. But I misremember lines all the time, man. Like, this is just how it goes, right? Did anyone else dislike Night Eye because of the way he treated Izuku and honestly didn't care when he died? Anyone else dislike Eri being at UA because she's too dangerous to be around others? No, Leela. Well, I don't dislike Eri. And Night Eye was Night Eye. I'm going to assume that Night Eye only looked at the end of All Might's life and didn't see anything else. If he did look at everything, then I'd have to question why he wouldn't warn All Might about All For One still being alive, since he would have at least seen him at Kamino. Agreed. If you're fast forwarding, like, it makes sense, right? Like, if All Might has 7 years of life, to get through that in 1 hour, like, yeah, I'm expecting some hardcore fast forward, but very tricky. Then why am I here acting like he see everything? I know he was right most of the time, but seriously? Wait, then why am I here acting like he see everything? Wait, who are you talking about, Fox? Are you talking about Night Eye? It'd be funny if that scene Night Eye watched about Overhaul was after we are right now. We see that scene in the future. Oh, that would be funny. The problem is that the author made a big deal about it, so it looked kind of bad, honestly. If he switched it around, like in terms of just the narrative, it looked kind of it looked funky. Like, I would enjoy ragging on it, but it looked kind of funky. They haven't told Eri that Night Eye died, did they? Will they ever do so? Oh, I'm not too sure. And yeah, Leela, like, for Eri walking around, like, we know what triggers her quirk, and that's when her horn is too big. So if she's walking around with a nub, she's not really going to trigger anyone, I think. Wait, let me just reread Sarge's recommendations, because Zhao can go with the first team. Usually I keep Zhao, so like, honestly, I don't look at the things I'm fighting anymore. I just kind of put Zhao in my second team always. So yeah, I have no problem with switching it up right now. Let's see, what would be cool to have? What would be cool to have? You recommend Bennett. But Zhao is so overpowered. I'll put Zhongling. That'll be funny. I'll see how that goes. And then for that second team, my Beto isn't going to be working on that one, so you recommended Fischl and Barb, which we can put in there. Yeah, I'll give that one a go. I'm not really thinking about it too much. I'm just kind of hoping I'll be able to brute force it, which might not work out here. But at least we have the 2 healers. Oh, hey, Tiandre. I'm talking about Night Eye, and when I said I meant all the heroes. Oh, okay. Then why are all the heroes acting like he see everything? I know he was right most of the time, but seriously? Well, like Night Eye told everyone how his quirk worked. So I think like the reason people think that Night Eye is going to be right is because of how he said that the future was kind of deterministic. But otherwise, like Night Eye told them the limits of his sight. White Despair said, I'll laugh if it's eventually revealed that Night Eye's prediction was of All Might fight against All for One at Camino. I mean, that'd be funny if it's like a little bit of a addendum at the end of My Hero Academia. Based on the info we've been given, that could have legitimately been what Night Eye saw, and All Might already managed to change the future. That would be cool. And have I finished building Shogun? You know what? I don't think I have. I think I'm still working on the spear. And I still have to get her to level 90. So not done. Oh, I should have used her. That would have been a good one. I should have used her.
Animo, don't break my glasses. Enhanced Animo mod. Hey, yeah.
Steady as
Lament.
Damage.
Worthless.
Lots of damage.
Worthless. Here. Here. Boring.
as a good night should.
Do 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 do.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Leave it all to me.
Gonna heal up to get my friends back up to fighting level here. They're like tougher than steel, Leela, right? So if you take away the the give on the flowers, like naturally those things will become sharp, right?
Stone unturned.
I mean, at the end of the day, paper can cut you, right? You take away give, and it can just be a nice little thing there. It'll be a nice little edge to cut you with.
Stand clear. Absorption test. Boba, get them. You're toast.
Steady as.
Evil conquering. Worthless.
Just gotta keep an eye on Zhao's HP.
Here. Worthless. Here.
Animal hypostasis and you.
As a dutiful maid would.
Also, Noelle isn't built, for anyone wondering. Noelle isn't built for this at all. Wow, still no spoilers. I am very sad. It's been a while since we've been in one of these situations, guys. Okay, that was cool. All Might himself stated when he was fighting All for One at Camino, he thought this was the moment Night Eye had foreseen. There's technically not been anything that series to prove that he was wrong about that. He could already manage to change the future and just doesn't know it. That's possible. If that's actually the case, I'd be very happy. I was gonna say to pull Eula and Shogun on a team, but I'm not sure who to fill up the last two spots. Still keeping up with world news, Trip? Sometimes. I know America's got like its little problems recently. I've only been keeping up with like COVID in general, just with the numbers and all that kind of stuff. Guys, like, man, I'm gonna tell you, in Canada, like, I'm pretty sure once winter comes, there's gonna be a giant spike and people are gonna freak out again. That's gonna be annoying when it comes around. But in terms of world news, other than that, I don't know. I don't. Are there any bits of news that you're kind of concerned about, Tiandre? Oh, I screwed up. I screwed up. I should have done something else here. I screwed up. Was not paying attention well enough.
Let's Let the show begin.
Go! Everybody stand by royal
Where's that
decree.
little munchkin?
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
I think I should have gone with Shogun. That would have been a good one. Just to have her out. Okay, let's try this again.
I'll protect us.
Let's light it
Oh,
up.
oops. There we go.
Oz, repeat. Huh? Cross over. I'm going in.
Uh-oh. Hmm.
By royal
Hi. Let's dance.
wings of darkness. Come, sever night.
The Cali election? Oh, yeah. I've checked that out. I know about that. And Gavin, what was it? Newsom one? Or something like that? I think that's his name. I think I got it right. Okay, not gonna get the heal on that one. Okay, one more rotation of this and we should be good here.
Time to go.
Let the show begin. Ready, steady, go.
Oz, reveal.
Hmm.
Everybody stand back.
Go. Oh, hi. Ouchie. Hi.
There we go. And then this guy.
Higher, higher.
Yay! Woo! Alright, let's see. I was gonna got that. Not concerned. Just stuff I expected. No spoilers whatsoever. Feel bad. Guess I'll go to bed early like a responsible adult. Yeah, Ty, you be responsible. I can afford to be up for like 10 more minutes. Trip, it seems like you have a problem with Chaco, but you like Momo? Why don't you roast and laugh at Momo? Because Momo doesn't have any content. Like, Ochako... I don't have a problem with Ochako either. I mean... No, I don't have any problems with Ochako. Like, I think the problem is the way that the author treats her and Momo. But yeah, Momo doesn't have any content. Like, you can't really roast her when she's always losing. Made a prediction... Or not always losing, but she's always made to lose by the author. Like, she can't have a straight victory. Made a prediction last year, came through like a prophet. Oh! Nice, DeAndre. I'm still kind of pissed we wasted all that money on the stupid Snap election. Johnny, are you talking like? Wait, are you talking about Canada's election? Or are you talking about the recall thing?
Huh?
Man, I don't want to pull the banner, but Jin Q is very tempting to have. Well, Miguel, don't do it because you're gonna get Beto. You're gonna get nothing but Beto. Trudeau would never waste money, would he? God. No, the Snap election, Trudeau. Okay, got it, got it. Okay, so it's that one. Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. The AUKUS. What is that, Tiandre? In terms of other things. Oh, I know that Alex Jones showed up on someone's podcast and he talked about space gremlins. I thought that was funny. And that kind of made me smile for the day. I thought that was really funny, actually. Let's see. Sure. Oh, there we go. Finally proc.
Disappear. Worthless.
Or not proc. Finally, finally got it.
Shut it.
Finally got it charged up.
Worthless.
Oh, okay, this is gonna end badly for me.
Leave it all to me. As a good knight
Where
should.
are you? There you are. Oh, he's still alive. Oops. There we go. That's that guy.
You're toast! Enhanced animal modules.
So I'm at 7,000 HP. Gotta watch that. 7,000, 6,000, 5,000, 4,000.
Steady as stone.
One sec. I'm trying to catch up to where I am here. I'm really sad that we have no spoilers. Like even 4chan is kind of letting us down, guys. Man, this is the worst timeline for us right now. Though I guess like technically, I think the One Piece spoilers did come out late yesterday. But still, man, this sucks.
Worthless.
I didn't think I'd actually be able to do a full-on Spiral Abyss run.
Worthless. Here.
Animal hypostasis and
Leave it all to me.
Oh, if I had Raiden on this team, this would be amazing.
Disappear. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Who's left? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Great, we did it. Woo! The PPC got more impact voice, so it's a small win in my book. Let's see. Guess today we won't have spoilers. Come on, Sam. What time is it? Okay, guys, I'm going for 5 more minutes. Decided to start an election during a pandemic after what? Spending 600 million. Still a minority government. And now he's got 6 years instead of 8. My prediction: Endeavor is going to die by protecting Shoto from Dobby when they finally fight. I mean, that would be a way to go. I remember when I wanted to pull for Sayu and it was all Diona. Yeah, that's... No, with Canadian politics, I know so little about it that I'm fully okay listening to it. I'm not a citizen, right? So I can't really vote. So all I can do is really just kind of sit back and watch. Oh, that's an alliance where I think they're sharing stuff to be more readily able to combat China and destabilization in the Pacific. Oh, I should be studying, but had hopefully waited for spoilers to come out. Disappointing, but I still enjoyed the discussions here. Oh, well, we're glad to have you here, AN683. The next chapter is just going to be some mundane, like Izuku on the toilet fighting against his constipation. Yo, if this was Gintama, then 100% we'd be going into a constipation chapter after like crazy chapter, but it's not Gintama. We're gonna see Izuku talking about his feelings, obviously. The first thing happening right now is that the US will be sharing nuclear information with Australia for them to upgrade their submarines to be nuclear power. All right. Oh, wait. I saw someone say something else here. Let's see. I saw someone say, "Oh, there we go." I don't know if it was the Timcast in Real Life podcast, but I don't know. He was, yeah. I think it was Timcast. I think it was Timcast. But it was. I saw the clip on another commentator's video, and I just thought, this is funny. This is really funny. You know, it's ironic. I don't really care for Alex Jones when he's on his own platform, but when he's on other YouTubers' podcasts, he is really just like, wow, this is hilarious. Also, unfortunate that he actually has pull in the real world, or he has influence, but still, this is pretty hilarious. And I do really enjoy whenever Twitter goes crazy and they have like the hashtag Alex Jones is right about something random or something like that. Like, that's always kind of funny. But yeah, no, the Space Gremlins was interesting. I still like his appearance on Joe Rogan though. Like, that one was one of his funniest tirades I've ever seen. But yeah.
dance.
Oop, this one might actually have to restart here.
Midnight Venta.
I'm being thrown off by these guys. Oh, good God. No, come on. Okay, I got the emergency heal ready.
By royal decree.
Oh, damn it. Ah, damn it. Wait, wait, wait. I have Barb. I have Barb.
Everybody stand back. Wings of darkness. Come, sever night.
Oh, come on, guy. Should have gone after the treasure hoarders first, I think.
Odds reveal thyself.
Yeah, I should have gone after that guy because of well, we'll just go after him now. Just finish him up here. And still no leaks, guys. I have the leaks open in front of me and still nothing. Okay. Oh, I should have switched over to Barb first.
Higher, higher, pants on fire.
Going in.
Okay, and that guy's over there. That's where we'll go get him first.
Go. See?
Alright, cool.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Oh, Fischl's dead.
Shall
Should not have looked away.
descend
That's my mistake for looking away.
once again.
Let's see. Why people willing to talk to someone don't know he, her talking, never serve in the army, work in health field, or study how worlds work. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, people always listen to commentators. I'm fielding for this new Arakawa manga. World building and magic system will be out of this world. Okay. Wait, fiending. Okay, gotcha. Alex is right way too many times. Yes. Yes, there's like there's a moment. It's like at the end of the day, right? Like what was it, Bohemian Grove or whatnot back in the early days when he actually found a meeting between elites out in the woods. Like that's pretty wild. He was on Friday Night Lights too. Oh, okay. Oh wait, Friday Night Tights. Friday Night Tights. Yeah, I heard about that one. If you don't manage to get through the abyss with this run trip, remember my Eula Shogun team, since I think using Hu Tao is a little self-destructive, seeing as she wants to be low. I think this is the way. Yeah, the Hu Tao thing is definitely self-destructive, but it's also pretty funny, so I'm gonna try one more time. No one should pay attention on real-world issues, only pay mind to Twitter to have a laugh. AJ just spoil crazy folks who whiny about dumb things. I don't really know who he appeals to. When you do reply to the Trigger Senpai, give me a shout out. Just a simple, oh yeah, Leela. No, 100% Leela. Like I was gonna give you a shout out from the beginning. Don't worry about that. So did you watch Tokyo Revengers? No, I read Tokyo Revengers, Sam, because I didn't have the time to watch the anime. So I read it before it came out. So I know all Tokyo Revengers. And then I skipped some of the boring parts. Spoilers will start just before you were going to leave. Keep you up late. Probably, man, Matt. Probably. But now I kind of want to clear this stage. I've cleared it before, so I know I can do it. Like, technically, this was the one that I cleared with Hu Tao. Oh, no. Wait. Should have set out Buddy Girl first here.
You're toast.
Evil conquering.
I mean, Zhao is also pretty self-destructive for this case. Alright, you gotta switch.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Gotta get back some healing. Man, actually, for a prank one year, I had an Alex Jones soundboard and I used it on my friends because she really did not like Alex Jones, but he had such memorable quotes, and one of them was the frog one there, Ty. Oh, good times. Good times. But if I recall correctly, like that, like people talk about the way that Alex Jones manipulates his audience, and it's pretty much like he starts with a kernel of truth kind of thing, and then he extrapolates, and it's when he extrapolates that things get kind of wild. Like I believe the situation with the frogs, right? Like the frogs were changing gender due to, or like it was causing frogs to come out. I don't think frogs can change their gender like some other species of animals, but the frogs, because of the estrogen in the water or like some kind of chemical in the water, was provoking more births of female frogs or something like that. I believe that was the actual issue, if I recall, because people always bring this point up when they're talking about justifying Alex Jones. I think that was the mechanic that was going on at that time. Anyway, yeah. Still, what a funny guy. And mind you, when I say that, it's also like fully knowing that he has said some horrible, terrible things that he himself has apologized for. Like the whole situation with the one school shooting. Oh, that might have been a bad. That was a bad call. That was a bad call. Okay, let's see. Let's see. There are chemicals. Asushi wants you to sleep deprived. That they're waiting for you to stop the stream. Man, that would suck. And good night, Leila. Anyone want to make a bet? $5 says next year the world will see a ton of anti-lockdown riots already starting in Australia. I feel like I've seen a lot of videos of all the riots. Like there's riots in Brazil as well. I think we're already in anti-lockdown riots. I just noticed you're using 2 main DPS that killed themselves in the floor to damage you over time. Big brain plays. Yeah, Sarge, because I can do it. I want to buy boat and clean up local river in my town. Oh, that's great, John. I hate autocorrect. I meant Twitter. Should have say sorry. Oh, okay, gotcha, Fox. In some way, I kind of agree with some of Stain's Reddit. For example, I'm not the type of the person that's interested in celebrities' life as persons because I feel like their humanity would taint their artistic image, like separating their work from their personal life and opinions so they don't get ruined. Oh, that's fine. Oh, Jason's out too. Good night, Jason. I don't think it's him manipulating his audience because he believes it too. Oh yeah, Tiandre. I think he believes it too, to a good degree. But you know, I say manipulation in that's how other people describe it. So I'm just kind of using the same words. Alex is also very easy to clip and make him look bad after shooting stuff. Yes, he is. I agree. Didn't even know Brazil started up. Yeah, no, Tiandre. Like, it's mostly on conspiracy subreddit. That's where I usually see the riot videos or whatever. But to be fair, Latin America has been rioting since before COVID. That's the one thing. Like Spain was rioting because of the Catalonia issue. Wait, Catalonia? There's like some issue in Spain. Spain was rioting. Paris was on fire for a good chunk of time due to yellow vest protests before COVID. Ecuador was rioting. Like quite a lot of the Latin American countries were going at it from the beginning. Oh. Nice, Ray. You were able to pull Kokomi. I think I remember Alex talking about the U.S. government putting ultra small cameras on roaches to spy on citizens. Yo, man, listen. If the U.S. government actually has roach spies, that is amazing, all right? I don't care. That is impressive. I will say, wasn't there that one dolphin or porpoise? Yeah, no, a porpoise is a dolphin, right? Wasn't there that one dolphin that they found in, like, Norway or England that had a spy camera attached to it? And, like, it was a spy from Russia or something like that? Didn't they actually find that? Like, I'm legitimately interested in using animals as spying vehicles. I want to find out more about this. So if the government is using roaches to spy on people, then that's great. I think that's a great use of money. Like honestly, if I was controlling a society, I think I would use the roaches too. Well, I mean, mind you, it'd be like a little bit of a waste of time because I think roaches don't really live that long in terms of a natural lifespan. But, you know, the U.S. government has never been really good with allocating funds, so that's nothing new there. I mean, at that... Oh, shoot. Oh, damn it. Damn it. I got distracted. Sorry, guys. I did see a video where they had hacked into the nervous system of insects. They could basically control the flexing and movement of its limbs. Oh, yeah, I've seen that too, but that's just... That's by using electricity to control the movements, right? I do think that's pretty neat though, like in a mad scientist sort of way.
conquering. Worthless. Worthless. Worthless.
Okay.
Stone. Time to
I know you
clean
just
up.
died, but I hate that character, so I'm okay with it. Oh, great, Tiandre. Great, great, great. Okay.
Disappear.
We're gonna clear this and we're gonna be good and we can move on to the next level. Wait, I think I
Worthless.
pulled it way too early. No, I didn't. Okay, after these guys, there will only be one last round of these guys left to go. Come on. Great.
Mark 2. Animal test.
Now put on this. Then we heal up. Now, if Zhongling will get back her power here, great, great. Everything is working. Everything is going just how we want it.
Prepare to die.
Great. So we got that guy. I just gotta
Worthless.
finish off Zhao. Where's the other guy?
Leave it all
Ah,
clean,
that was actually a
as
waste.
good night should.
You already know I dislike this game. Oh, good night, Death Ray. Saw Black Clover spoilers? Oh, great. So Black Clover spoilers are out and about. Let me just quickly check our anime here. See if we find anything. Are there any My Hero Academia spoilers? Nope, not that I can see. Are the Black Clover spoilers good? Gohan? I'm just looking through 4chan right now. Also, guys, by the way, I just feel like now I need to make sure I can prove to Sarge that I can win this stage. So until Sarge goes to sleep, I'm probably not going to leave. Saw him on Reddit. Oh, okay, gotcha, man. Yeah, there's not... Yeah, I don't see any My Hero Academia spoilers. Guys, I don't think we're getting the spoilers tonight. What a terrible time. Ah, damn it. That was a bad move. That was a really bad move. That was stupid.
Let's dance.
Everybody stand back. By royal decree.
Okay, that's one over here.
Time to go. Shadow Raven.
Let's
Let night
take this
fall.
guy out.
Off we go.
Now, if I'm pretty... if I'm correct on my timing, Barb's save isn't going to affect us because I screwed up on timing.
Quit it.
Oof. 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 Oof.
I'm going in. Let's light it up.
Come on, guy. Just die. Okay, that's that guy. God, we have to do a lot of these ones.
Higher, higher, pants on fire.
Well, Sarge, man, like now I just feel like I'm in a good groove and I know I can do it. So now I have to prove it to you. I don't know about Chamber 3 though. I'm not sure I can get past that one, but I'm pretty sure I can get past this one. Just because I've done this one before.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Come on, guy, just die. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Alright, nope.
Everybody stand back. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
I'll protect us.
Cross over.
Where are you? No, these aren't the ones. That guy, there he is.
By royal decree. Off we go.
begin. Go.
All right, we're barely surviving, but we're doing it. All right, cool. Now I can just focus on this guy, and it'll be a good time.
Oz,
Ooh.
reveal thyself.
And still no spoilers. I'm keeping an eye on it.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Here we go.
I'll protect us.
Everybody stand back.
Ready, steady, go.
Come on, old man, just die. Oh, but we still have another round of them to go. God, this is the worst.
Let's light it up. By royal decree.
Let the show begin.
Time to go.
I do like when the damage starts flowing, though. It feels really nice.
I'm going in.
Oh, dang it, I missed this guy.
Quit.
No! Just barely survived that one.
Let's dance.
Come on, Hu Tao, get it back. Get it back, Hu Tao, get it back.
Midnight Phantasmagoria. Cross over.
No rest for the wicked.
Let's light it up.
Just barely surviving. If Magna can get an OP power-up skill, I'm sure Finral can get one as well. Oh, that'd be pretty cool if Finral can.
Oz, reveal thyself.
That's actually really dangerous.
Go, Barbara. Hi.
Teamwork is dreamwork. That's gonna hurt in the morning. Adventure.
Thank God. Alright, we did it. Anyway. Let's see. The moment students spoilers will come out. Pigeons are fully autonomous supercomputer drones made to spy on the American people for testing to sell the technology to China. It's mainly switching over to Unifight, Xeno getting a power up, and Uno getting overwhelmed. Okay. Oh, okay. Isn't that the guy who wrote the spoilers last time called... Okay. Alright. Because I think I saw a Portuguese tweet saying that he said that spoiler would come out at 3 a.m. and in Brazil it's almost that time, so maybe we'll get them soon, but I don't know if it's true. Okay, nice AN683, alright. I'd say put Venice on Zhao's team and the Shogun on Hu Tao's team could work. Oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind for like the better run. Let's see if I can clear this in general. I do want to put the Shogun on someone. I guess Hu Tao would be pretty funny here. Oh, Sarge, do you know if stuff in the in Abyss stacks? Like if you put on 2 attack buffs, does that all stack together? Do you know? Oh, good God. Oh, this is gonna be the best. Once Sucrose is active, this is gonna be the best.
Absorption test. Nice and
No, gotta wait. Oh, good. Okay, so everyone's ultimates are almost charged. No, actually, everyone's ultimates are charged now. Oh, that's gonna be the best.
enhanced animal module.
Lament. Worthless.
Man, this is actually pre-therapeutic. Like, I can't really tell what's going on here. Oh God, I'm gonna die.
Here is this.
Damn it.
retribution.
Alright, unfortunately I died. Anyway, guys, yeah, the spoilers aren't coming. So, you know what? Let's call it here. This one's gonna take a little bit of effort. I will do it on my own time. because I have to be really careful with Zhao on this one. But yeah, let's call it. It's pretty late anyway. It's unfortunate. We know we were going pretty well for a few weeks there, but even 4chan's letting us down. 4chan must not have the spoilers either. Not sure. It's just I hope at some point we'll release some manga panels soon as well. Hold on. 4chan saying. Nah, never mind. 4chan's just saying some stuff. All attack buff stack unless told otherwise in its description. Oh, okay, gotcha, Sarge. That's good to know. I've always wondered. But yeah, guys, even 4chan doesn't have anything, so let's call it. It was a fun night. We had some good moments there. We talked about My Hero Academia a lot. It was really worthwhile. Thank you guys for being here. We got to see Genshin. And yeah, I'll look into other brain dead games I can have on the stream meanwhile, because that way we can continue talking. Really, Power Washing Simulator is one that I'm interested in, but we'll have to see. Good night to White Despair. And let's see. Yeah, I'll start saying the good nights. So good night to White Despair. Good night to Sarge, Gohan, Chris, AN683, Tiandre, Kayla, Mark. No, Death Ray's gone, and I think Sam might still be here. But we have 26 viewers. Thank you all for being here. Unfortunately, we couldn't stay out long enough. You know what? Maybe the spoilers will come out right after we're done. Good night to Sar. Good night to Viz. And good night to Scale, Fox. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I'll make a video about the spoilers and my thoughts about them tomorrow as well, if they're out tomorrow. Good night, Matt. Good night, Miguel. And we'll see what happens. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for being here. And till next time. Oh, good night to Sarge. And don't forget about Eula. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah. Ending the stream in 5, 4. Good night, John. 3, 2. Oh, good night, Animamus. 1. Till next time, everybody.